Hello and welcome to Charter Local Edition Northwest. I'm Dana Cowley, and today we're in Roseburg discovering everything that Oregon has to offer. The arts are alive and well in Roseburg. My guest today is Andrew Apter. Thank you so much for coming.
My pleasure, Dana. Thanks for having me here.
He is the Executive Director of the Umpqua Valley Arts Association. And tell us a little more about what you do.
The Umpqua Valley Arts Association is a really incredible resource in Douglas County. We're located in a beautiful historic landmark. It was originally built as an old soldiers' hospital in 1917. And within that building, we have a range of programs and services that we operate. We have a significant number of arts and education programs for children. We do 30 art exhibits a year in our various galleries in the building. We're the custodian for the building, which is a pretty significant responsibility because it takes a lot of loving care. And we also stage an annual summer arts festival, which is one of the biggest events in Southern Oregon. Oh. So every year, the last weekend of June, the Umpqua Valley Summer Arts Festival attracts around 10,000 people to our grounds in Fir Grove Park, which is just west of I-5.
That's something to crow about. That's a decent-sized crowd.
It is indeed, yes.
And you enjoy serving the children in your community.
Well, we feel it's really, really important to be bringing arts education to the children of Douglas County. We are not as fortunate as some of the schools in the Portland area in terms of our financial resources. So essentially in Douglas County, K through 5 students have no art programs as part of their everyday education.
Yeah, that's been cut a lot of places.
Yes, it is. It's a real, in my mind, a real serious issue because arts education is so fundamental to the growth and development of children. It gets them to think critically. It allows them to think outside the box and experiment with things. Anybody who is a success in life is always looking for different ways to do things, and art invites that from children. It has been proven to be really an integral part of children developing their self-esteem, and it also makes them more successful in their other subjects. So we feel it's really, really important to have that programming, and we're pretty much in the elementary schools in Douglas County every day with different programs, and among the many that we provide.
For my oldest daughter, for her it's all about spatial thinking and that reality. For my youngest daughter, she's very talented, and for her it's very much her release, her art form, and it's part of her therapy. It's her self-nurture.
Well, that's part of the beauty of it because it's not programmed. It's not, this is the way you have to do it. It gives us, the children, the opportunity to explore and to look inside themselves and relate to the world and to their, to their peers in a totally different way. And it's also largely non-competitive. And there are a lot of children that don't want to get into that component of the school environment.
Yeah, or have a way to have a little break from it.
Exactly.
Well, when you have to go with less funding than perhaps other communities have, how do you make that happen?
Well, our primary arts and education program was started a dozen years ago by Marie Rasmussen, who was the chair of the art department at the college. It's called Art Express, and it's a genius program. There are 40 different self-contained kits that have instructions and all the materials. And you don't have, so we have volunteers that aren't necessarily artists because it's all self-contained. Oh. And so there could be something on weather, but they may be doing weather in the style of Vincent van Gogh. So there's Starry Night. So they learn about the artists, they learn particular art techniques, and then they're again free to use their own imaginations. There are also ones that are more curriculum-based, but the beauty of it is that any volunteer can take it into the classroom and make it work.
Well, that's what I was going to say. For somebody who doesn't have the artistic talent that my children do, it would allow me to be able to volunteer without being a master artist. And
so that's one of that's an important way that we're able to make it happen. Douglas County volunteerism is absolutely incredible, and I've heard statistics about how, in terms of per capita, that we're probably the primary volunteer place in all of Oregon. People just stand up and they do things for the good of their neighbors.
That's fantastic,
It is.
Andrew. And we thank you for standing up to come here to be with us and taking your time to volunteer to share your good works with us.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Andrew, and thank you for watching. This is Charter Local Edition Northwest in Roseburg. I'm Dana Cowley.